I started using wet salt clear back in about 80, 81 time frame, not too long afterwards. I started working with it because at that time it was considerably cheaper than the other.
I probably used wet salt since the mid-90s. Started out as an economic thing, substantially cheaper than the other surfactants. I've always had better luck with the wet salt.
We've used wet salt since I'm just gonna guess 1988. It's just a spreader sticker. I mean, you put it in with a chemical, it spreads it out over the leaf so it takes it in better. Well, as far as the cost goes, like I said, you use a pint per 100, that's half the rate that you'd use on another competing product.
Wet salt's a good product. It's much like your standard spreader sticker. It just costs less. We use it in crop primarily when we're spraying herbicide.
Yes, the cost is good. I like that. If you look at the cost of it, it's less than half, really less than half of what they require for the others, and I know that it's doing the same job. Seeing how it breaks down and what it does for the plant, it all works. It does good for the soil, and I just put it in. I'll use a shuttle to a shuttle a half a year because it goes in just about everything I spray. Roundup particular and a couple other products foam a lot.
Wet salt is way cheaper than any of the brand X's. Cleanup is great with it. It does have an anti-foaming agent in it, which helps as you're filling the sprayer. We get no foaming activity out of the Schaeffer's products.
It doesn't foam, it's got an anti-foaming agent in it. There's nothing more frustrating to me when I'm loading a sprayer and you got room for another 100 gallons in there and all of a sudden over the overflow here comes a bunch of foam. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's so much easier with the wet salt.
We've never had to worry about wet salt not working. We just know that it's gonna perform. It just works.
I've sprayed canary grass a foot tall in August with wet salt and burned it down in a week. I've had failures using other surfactants and chemicals. We've never had a failure using wet salt.
We've had no issues. Our chemicals work great. We see no crop injury at all.
I don't really see any problem with it. I mean, it doesn't plug filters. Best thing is you only use a pint. You put it in and you expect it to work, and so far it always has.